Welcome back, everyone. My name is Kuden, and today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of an art tutorial today. I've actually had a lot of friends ask me how I do eyes. Honestly, other than hair, that's the number one thing I'm good at. So right now I'm going to be using Paint Tool Sai, a version that's rather old and has been updated in probably forever. It was free, but I don't think it is anymore. As far as I know, it's like 30 bucks or something. But anyway, let's start by making at least 4 layers to work with, just so I have those there and don't need to keep spamming layers. Okay, so start with a basic form. Now, usually I try to go with a semi-realism, not total realism, because I'm not gonna murder myself. There we go. Let's start with the basic shape on top. Let's see. There we are. There we go. And now we're going to move on to the actual eyeball. Where there's a bunch of ways you can do this. Sometimes you can zoom all the way and just like trace a circle or something. But usually, like eyes are definitely a complete circle shape, so you want to depict that as much as possible. There we are. Just gonna erase a little bit there, and a little bit there. Okay, there we go. And more volume to the upper lid. There we go. Now leave this little space open right here as it's implied space. Basically saying it's where the lines of the eye kind of end and the lines of where the face is and the nose begin. So it's implied space. Here we go. Okay. Now then I got the basic outline going. I'll just move down a layer, and I'm going to start with adding a little bit more volume to the upper brow. Oh, before I forget, I didn't want to forget that. Yeah, add the little tiny little fold that is the eyelid. A little fold of skin that forms the space between the eyebrow and the actual eye. Makes it a little more convincing, and then the eyebrow is going to be a little bit above that. And you don't want it to go much farther than the end of the eye on either side. At least that's how I do it. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to go much past that, otherwise it starts looking a little weird, kind of like World of Warcraft Blood Elves. Those eyebrows go out to like off the side of their heads and like turn an antenna or something. There we go. Now be very conscious when you're making eyebrows and other pieces like that, like how you make them, because that's part of the expression of the face. So you don't just want to do it willy-nilly. You want to have a purpose or have an expression in mind when you do it. This is just kind of like a bored expression, I guess. Yeah, very bored. Now, if you're doing like a female face, you can add little hints, like little eyelashes and stuff like that. The tips, like this. Just like imply it. You don't have to do the whole thing because Cool thing about the human brain is it'll fill in the gaps with more information than is actually there. So it'll say, oh hey, I see that. It must be the whole way across. When it's not really. I'm gonna add some down here. There we go. Maybe like one or two more. Here we are. Do up that a little more. And just move down a layer, and let's see, I'm gonna go with blue for the eye. And what I like to do, instead of using straight black for the pupil, which is, to me that's a little bit boring, I like to do a really super dark color. A super dark of the color of the eye. Let's see, super navy blue. Ooh, that's nice. Let's see what the airbrush looks like. Okay. Up the density a little bit. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's the black part, or supposed to be the black part of the eye. Go down a layer, and then on the actual color of the eye. It should go. You want to do a mid-tone color, because I'll show you after a bit how I do like the highlights and everything. I know the eye looks a little weird right now, but I'm going to show you a cool little way if you like don't like the expression or how open the eye is, you can do this. Let's see, let's go back to the black real quick. Let's go to the brush, and now let's see, you can just do this. I just made it a little bit larger. Let's do that a little bit. You can darken up the upper lid and fill in a little bit more to make it look like it's a little less open. And just do this bottom area too, just so it's nice and even. Here we go. Just do a little bit of that. Here we go. Okay. We'll get the blue in. Got the dark center of the pupil. Now, we're going to put the highlights in on the same layer we put the blue color on. So we just go to the color picker, pick that up again, and let's go to the brush. Go to a very light color, like very bright. You can even shift it just a little bit one way or another. Like I want to be a little bit more like teal-ish. Here we go. Now we're gonna have to go on to be a really small point. Let's push this. I'll start doing lines like that. I want to start large and go small. Go all the way around. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Let's see. Just darken these up a little bit more. I'm going to show you the trick of how I make it pop or make it have a decent effect. Oh, let me just fix that a little bit. There we go. Looks okay, right? Oh, let's see. I mean, this side looks okay. Like, it looks kind of cool, but okay. I want to go over to here, make a new layer right above the one we're just working on, and you want to go up here and go to mode. You want to go luminosity. What that does is it keys off of the color that you're using right now. Go to airbrush, and if it's a lighter color, it'll intensify it. So go, look at that. I'm gonna use a very soft brush. I'm gonna get really intense right on the edge. Okay. There we go. Do a little more down there. And then as you go out, just do a tiny bit on the outer edge. Look at that. How cool that looks. That's for highlights, like the little highlights and everything. I would just like to go to right above the pupil layer. And let's go with a really light, almost white, like really close. There we go. And just right there. Use the same airbrush. There we go. And then I want to put one down here. There we go. Yep. We can even put it up here. Nah. What we can do is go to the top layer and go to our erase and just take care of that. That's fine. Actually, it would be cool. There we go, that's the layer I wanted. Back a little bit. There we go. Okay. And that's how I usually do eyes. I mean, the fill-in layer over here, I usually use just the pen tool and just keep going until it's nice and dark and a lot and thick, but I'm a little constrained for time right now. So hope you enjoyed this interesting little tutorial on how I do eyes and how I make them shine and pop like that. If I ever get good at shading, I'll do one of those, and maybe sometime I'll even do a tutorial for hair next time, because I'm actually getting quite good at that, at least I think I am. My name is Kyoden, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you all later.